Hi guys, this is Fight Sport Manila, where we bring the fighters closer to the fans and the fans closer to the fight. Welcome to our first video podcast, and joining me, it's the Fight Sport Manila team.
What's up guys, Cholo here.
Marta Giam.
And Marta Giam. So, on our first episode, we're going to talk about everything MMA. So, first topic is the One Championship Roots of Honor, which just finished like a week ago. So, let's go first dun sa inaabangan ng lahat, and that's Joshua Pasio getting reclaiming his title. So, what are your thoughts about it, Chol?
I think the first rounds medyo slow paced. Pero except for yung early knockdown ni Saruta kay Pasio, nasabi nga ni Coach Mark was more on parang out of position na pagkaka-drop lang eh. Pero if you're going to be scoring that kasi na as a whole, medyo it's not a good look, diba?
And good thing Joshua Pasio got the knockout because or else mareretain ni Saruta yung belt niya. And it's good thing for Team Lakay because right now they got their belt back, one of their belts back. So it's really huge for Philippine MMA.
Yeah, that's a hard fight for Pasio, and it's a very tactical match. You know, it's not like the one during the earlier matches in the card na talagang barn burner siya. No, it was really a tactical fight because they both respect each other's power. And Joshua winning shows how much he has matured as a fighter. But the question remains, you know, they already have one title with them. What do you think of the other? Kevin Bellingon's going to have an immediate rematch. Mart, what do you think of that?
Yeah, Kevin Bellingon got his rematch against Bibiano Fernandez, and I think he's got a chance. But I'm not taking away anything away from Bibiano because Bibiano is a very technical fighter.
Yeah, I think parang for the longest history ng one championship, parang this is one of the only memorable quote-unquote bad blood moments or medyo underwhelming stoppages. Like, if you remember yung unang punta dito ni One Championship where Orlovsky fought Tim Sylvia, it ended with a controversial, I think it was a soccer kick back then Dati pwede yun eh. So, I think itong, di ba sabi, behind the scenes may bad blood na talaga. And even with Filipino fans, makita mo sa comments drama queen or you deserve an Oscar.
I think naman even sa press con di ba si Bellingon din nagsabi na nagdadrama lang si Bibiano.
Yeah.
So I think clear naman na may bad blood. Pero if you would judge their last fight, who do you think was winning, Cholo?
Well, I think yung momentum was shifting kay Bellingon. And I think si Bibiano was hurt dun sa ibang shots. Pero earlier on, I think Bibiano had his moments talaga eh.
And I think he landed more shots.
Yeah.
He landed more shots compared to Kevin.
Okay, so on your side, si Bibiano yung...
Yeah, Bibiano was winning the fight.
Yeah, I think, again, One Championship scores their fight as a whole, not per round, which is why I think I agree with Mart in a way na Bibiano was leading, but like what Cholo said, it's already shifting to Kevin's side. Then unfortunately that happened.
And I think para sa fans, ang tawag dito, I think it was a bit underwhelming kasi na-excite ka na eh. Yung home country fighter mo nagka-comeback ganyan, tas all of a sudden na-stop because of strikes to the back of the head. Na ako personally, when I watch it, yes, there were strikes sa back of the head, pero it was more of a positioning thing eh. It wasn't yung talagang hinold down ni Kevin yung ulo, tas he was, and I think it was just 2 strikes to the back of the head.
Yeah, I think it's unintentional, to be honest, but at the end of the day, it was the doctor who stopped it eh. It's the doctor who said that
it was still an illegal strike.
Yeah, it's an illegal strike. But clearly, Bibiano did not take the title, though he is the champion right now.
Yeah, I think regardless on if let's say let's say what happened was hindi tinigil yung fight and they continued on and Bellingon ends up winning kasi nasa kanya na yung momentum. So let's say that happens. So either way magkaka-controversy siya. Like yung fans ni Bibiano or supporters ni Bibiano would say, nah, it was because of the head strikes.
Yeah, that's a good point, no? Kasi if any ending, it's always going to the head strikes, diba? It's either, partida na head strike, ay na illegal blow mo ako pero nanalo ako, or kaya ka nanalo kasi dahil sa illegal, ano.
Although earlier on, I think na tama nun sa back of that si Kevin. Diba?
It's gonna be a good fight, though. You think it's gonna happen in August to Manila?
Hopefully Manila.
If that happened in Manila, if that happens in Manila, I am sure na the crowd are gonna turn on Bibian.
Yeah, especially during the press con.
Yeah, because syempre, kitang-kita naman sa pulse ng social media na they are on the side of Kevin, and I can't blame Bibian, just playing the devil's advocate here. You know, in his eyes or in his point of view, it was an illegal strike and it shouldn't be done. So,
naman.
I get where he's going, but I get also where Kevin's going. So,
and to be fair, he didn't want to take yung belt initially, diba?
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, there's already bad blood, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see kasi one championship is promoting honor, promoting respect. And yet, I think hindi mo maiiwasan na these things really happen. At the end of the day, it's a fight, diba? So, magkakaroon ng bad blood, so to speak, talaga. Well, I'm curious to see how one is gonna handle this.
Well, in fairness to one, they don't need to handle it well because the fighters themselves are accordingly just handling it. They're not engaging it. 'Di ba? Kung UFC yan, kung Khabib Conor yan, it would have been a different story. But these guys, you didn't hear any news about a backstage altercation or anything. And nung one elite retreat, they were on the same table, although opposite sides sila. Opposite sides. Pero, dun mo pala makikita na they're not going to do anything to tarnish the legacy. And I think that's why Chatri respects both of them. Now, let's go to the main event, okay? Let's go back to Roots of Honor. Martin Nguyen defeats Jadamba via knockout. What's your thoughts about it, Cholo?
Well, siguro on paper, the average fan would see this and say, Martin Nguyen, that's the guy who went for 2 belts. Tapos, if you're just gonna look at the poster, if, diba, parang people will see, your average fan would see, who's this Jadamba? Na who looks, more of yung senior ni Nguyen. Pero, as fans, we know na Jadamba's not a joke, man.
Yeah, he's got power.
Sabi nga ni Nguyen, he's got that old man strength.
But do you think na did you ever think that Jadamba had a chance against Nguyen?
Yeah, because Jadamba has got a knockout power, and this is MMA, man. Kahit ano pwede mangyari. But I also believe na if ever Jadamba will win, it's got to be knockout. So, since I think Nguyen has a lot of experience, 5 rounds. So if it's decision, Martin Nguyen will take it.
Tsaka, I don't know, there's something about kay Jadamba. Now when he speaks, it's if parang he has a secret na hindi niya sinasabi sa iba. Pero you just have at the back of your mind na mukhang may secret weapon tong si Jadamba. It's just like this wise old guy na he's got some secret moves to pull on Nguyen.
But Martin showed a lot of improvement based on his last fight. I think training with Ongla, it helped a lot for him. And it shows naman na he was able to get the finish. Walang signs of ring rust. That's the one thing that I asked him, and he doesn't believe in it, and he retained the title. And he also mentioned that he'll be in the featherweight division for now. But let's go now to the Grand Prix.
All right.
So Wada versus Gustavo, and that's when Tatsumitsu Wada defeated Gustavo Balar via unanimous decision. Mart, what do you think of the fight?
Well, I think for me, I agree with the fans inside the Mall of Asia because sobrang controversial na. Because I think Gustavo is really controlling the fight. So he's really on the offensive side most of the time. And he also had a takedown.
Yeah, he did. The last round, I think.
Yes.
Tsaka, hindi lang yun eh. Parang, okay, let's say na for the first rounds, people were cheering for Gustavo dahil sa height differential nila eh. Pero, second round, they were cheering for him kasi he was really good.
Yeah.
His technique was really good. The way na nakat niya yung distance. And I think parang awkward rin para kay Wada eh, to strike with him kasi alam mo yan, he's punching down. So, talagang ma-off balance ka. And I think I was looking through yung photos mo, Mart, and dun sa first round pa lang yata meron ng cut si Wada eh.
Yeah, if I would be judging the fight also, I would give it to Gustavo. But I'm not contesting the decision of the judges because you would see that in terms of damage or yung damage sa mukha, mas kita talaga na there's more damage on the face of Gustavo compared to Wada. But if you would base it on, the striking, but the thing is, everything happens so fast eh. So you don't know if the punches are really connecting as the way we see it Kasi Gustavo is like really one punch after the other.
Si Wada rin actually he was wearing in damage rin sa mukha niya eh. I mean both of them pero
I think Gustavo had the more damage in the face the physical evidence kumbaga. But if I would base it like on the skills or on the how the fight went, I'd say Gustavo got that fight.
Pero I think yung damage on both faces, some of them are really from the headbutt.
Yeah, there were headbutts nga.
I was viewing through my lens. So kitang-kita talaga yung headbutts. Yeah.
Well, I guess whatever happens, DJ is going to face Wada on the next bracket. And Chatri did mention he plans to have that fight here in the Philippines.
Actually, Chatri said, diba, sa interview na he thought Gustavo won that fight.
Yeah, we're past that now. We're into DJ and Wada. And it is true. Like I said, no questions asked. Even you, and even Mart, we have Gustavo winning. It's one of those things that may technicality lang eh. It's either if you're gonna judge a fight, is it gonna be on damage? Like, let's say if they got you and if I got you in an armbar, or will it be judged as submission escape or near finish? That's the tough thing about judging a one championship fight eh. So
yeah,
either or. That's what happens. Now, let's go to the next one. Eric Kelly. What are your thoughts about his fight?
I think physically and skills wise, meron pa si Eric Kelly but he just got caught this time. And I also agree with Edward na he should get a really decent training camp if gusto niya pang magpatuloy sa MMA.
Yeah, it kind of breaks my heart then. Like, dun sa media booth, parang when Eric Kelly was knocked down, parang everyone was in shock. Kasi you really want to see Eric Kelly do good.
Yes.
Parang it reminds you kasi of yung good old days
he defeated
one
Jens
championship,
Pulver,
diba? Tinalo na sina Jens Pulver. Tapos, sino ba yung other na kinalaban niya?
Who's that? Rob Lisita.
Yeah, si Rob Lisita.
Yeah, we'll talk about him some other time. But let's go now to Ramon Gonzalez. What do you think of his performance, Cholo?
Well, I think it's nice na we had that kind of fight to kick things off. Pero in the same coin, parang sana na main card siya. Kasi a lot of people would have liked to see that eh. 'Di ba? Ang ganda nung and you could see yung support ng fans kay Ramon Gonzalez, 'di ba?
Yes. And yung kinalaban niya ngayon is an undefeated Japanese.
Nako.
Yeah. And si Akira Fujisawa, his debut was against Kaji Eben, a Filipino rin. And then the second fight, it was in November. Yeah, one Conquest of Champions against Filipino rin, si Rocky Bactol. And I was expecting him to win this fight because he's against a Filipino and sa Philippines din. So he's facing against hometown crowd for the third time in his career.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think parang right now, sobrang marketable ni Ramon Gonzalez eh. 'Di ba? He had that MMK stint eh.
Yeah, he was featured.
Yeah, I think he did good on his debut match, and looking forward for all his future fights. Now let's go on to other events, upcoming events during the upcoming week, or actually this week. It's the 20th. It's 4/20 today, but I don't know when this would be released. But we have Domination Fight League. It's happening April 26 at the San Juan Gymnasium. So we're all going to be there, right?
Yeah.
And
for sure.
right now, they changed the main event. It would be Edward Genodia and Joe Vincenzo. So for all of you guys who don't know, Joe Vincenzo is a beast. You know, he's really one of those fighters na if you're looking for an up and coming fighter in MMA, Joe Vincenzo is one of the names. Then Edward Genodia, he became viral kasi siya yung knockout kay Ice de Mayuga sa Forza.
Si Ice Wax.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
He's a former pro wrestler, then he's a rapper. Then the build up was nice, talagang trash talk eh. Then that ending, so he's got street cred happening.
Yeah, I'm excited to see kung ano yung magiging interaction ni Joe Vincent dun sa quote-unquote good dad. Kasi every fight niya, laging na-highlight nila behind the scenes yung relationship niya with his dad eh. Yung the good dad, tas the good son.
That's Joe Vincenzo, right?
Yeah, this is Joe Vincenzo. And wala, alam mo yun, parang it's something you look forward to then eh. Yung mga things that happen behind the scenes.
And also, again, DFL is happening in the San Juan Gymnasium, which is like Santolan Station lang kung sasakay ka ng MRT, tama ba, di ba? Green Hills area, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure.
But yeah, if
we're gonna be there.
If it's San Juan, then it's near. Kasi yung last event nila, I think it was in
Laguna,
which is far. So for all you fight fans na looking for action, I think the best place to go is DFL this Friday. I think this is Friday. And also on the co-main event, it's the featherweight championship, James Tenorio and Saima Lunjao. And you know that these guys are gonna bring the fight. So for everyone watching right now, as soon as you see this, go check Cyan Promotions for Domination Fight League. It's gonna happen April 26, San Juan Gymnasium. Alright guys, it's going to be a very busy week for the team. Kasi we're gonna have DFL on Friday, then on Saturday we'll have URCC, then Sunday we have PWR. We'll talk about PWR in another episode, but let's go to URCC Global, Raw Fury. Cholo, if there is a fight in Raw Fury na inaabangan mo, alin yun?
Well, I think personally, sobrang hirap nung tanong na yan kasi sobrang stacked. That's like you have all the champions there, no? So you have si Hoffman, you have si Striegel, you have si Adahar, you have Montilla, you have Zamboanga. Like, it's stacked. Sorry kung meron ako ma-miss out, pero ganun siya ka-stacked na, alam mo yan, excited ka, let's say, to see yung laban ni Striegel, tapos bigla maalala mo, shit, lalaban pa pala yung ibang champions, ay may 3-on-3 pa pala na magaganap. Ay, may bad blood pa pala na match between si Arvin Chan and si Patrick Dos Santos. So, sobrang stack niya right now eh. So, I guess we could just run it down kung...
Yeah, let's ask Mart first. Mart, anong fight bang inaabangan? Let's just pick one specific
Yes,
match.
for me, in that card, I like Strickland a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's one of the reasons why I'm watching MMA right now.
And-
Pero, I think yung kalaban niya is relatively unknown for me.
Yeah, oo. I think, parang si Striegel yung medyo cherry on top. Kasi
Yes.
in itself, di ba yung card, we were already excited for this card, even bago in-announce si Striegel. Pero, I would agree kay Mart na, to be honest, I'm not so familiar dun sa makakalaban ni Striegel.
well, aside from Striegel, no, we have to also remember it's the return of Chris Hoffman. Ang tagal niyang nawala. It took him, I don't know, 2 years? I'm not sure. I think roughly 2 years.
And Chris Hoffman is in shape right now.
Yeah, he did fight for he did compete for the Philippine team, am I right? Regarding
Yeah, he did.
sa
Pero, I
ranking.
mean, physically, he's in shape right now.
Well, he's always in shape
No,
every time he has a fight. But if you're
Yeah.
saying he's improved his physique now, then yeah, we can say that. But I think the reason why he's doing that is because his enemy is no pushover. So it's Musa Conte. So kung hindi siya kalala, he fought Kaloy Baduria during bets, and he was dominating the fight except he threw an elbow, which is illegal kasi they were fighting under pro-am rules.
Yeah, okay.
So, I just found out pala na if you weren't able to secure a professional license immediately
Mhm.
in the Philippines, you can fight, pero it's under pro-am rules, which means elbows are illegal. So, talagang literal na just punches. And it just shows he's a monster. And if it's Baduria, then they probably fought at light heavyweight. Then he went down to middleweight. So,
Medyo ironic lang kasi these guys are really pros. And medyo legend na nga sila eh. It's just funny na they had to fight ng pro-am.
yeah, I think it's a technicality. That's
Yeah,
why
there's a technicality. I'm just saying
that's
na,
why Joey Lepitan is against the pro-am rules. Kasi technically it's unfair, di ba? Let's say ikaw lalaban ka, then ang ilalaban sa'yo si Rex De Lara. Then you can fight kasi pro-am rules eh. You're
yeah.
amateur pro siya.
And
So-
in the first place, medyo unfair kasi ano ginagawa ko dun?
Well, I think
There are restrictions.
I think depende siguro.
I wouldn't even make it sa saling kita sa 3-on-3 or something.
Malay mo yung manager mo gusto kong palabanin dun.
Tapos si Rex De Lara pa. He's
Yeah.
gonna kick my ass.
Shout out to the T-Rex. And another T-Rex coming back is the champion, Dex Zamboanga. So, we're also looking forward to that. Kasi ever since his win, I don't think he was able to defend his title yet.
Oh yeah, and I think si Drex is one of those champions na sadly medyo na-overlook eh. Kasi when you talk about Philippine MMA, parang you have two sides. You have that one side na when you say Philippine MMA, they start talking about Lakay, Brandon Vera, and yung talent ni Drex is actually, para sa akin it's world class na eh. In fact, kinukuha siya at one point ng UFC, hindi lang natuloy. I think it was to face Volkanovski or something.
And I think ngayon, since this is his time kasi Raw Fury is really a stock card and medyo mahirap mag-shine dyan. But now ito na yung chance niya para mag-stand out.
Oh. And I think pare, either kahit alin dito sa mga matches na to would be easily a main event for another card eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be a main event. That's why, if you guys, you don't have anything to do, go to the Cove. Is it the Cove already? Is
Yeah,
it?
we're gonna
Yeah,
have
Big
it sa the Cove sa Okada.
Oh, okay, so that's the same place.
Yeah.
My bad.
See, Drex is fighting, what's his name? This is the guy na lumaban sa before eh.
Si Song Kyun Cho.
I think they changed it.
Or, you know,
I mean,
I think card is subject to change. We're basing it on what we're looking right now. But this was posted yesterday. So,
alright. So I guess this is the new one.
yeah. Aside from that, you know, aside from Drex making a comeback, and I agree with you, I think the Filipino fans have yet to recognize Drex and his sister Denise. I think in the future they will get their spotlight, and maybe Raw Fury is an opening for Drex, but another one is Jelly Bulaong, and she's going to fight again for her title. I think she's going to
You got
reclaim.
Jelly Bay.
And she's the one, if I'm not mistaken, she's the one when UFC Philippines came here, yung sa isang gas station company na upcoming
No,
fighter
we're not gonna name.
who met Mark Munoz. Yeah, she's one of those.
Oh yeah, I think that was Jelly.
Yeah. And it's amazing now after, when was the last time UFC came here?
No, I think
I-
that was
2016.
2016.
that
But
was
that
too
was the BJ Penn and
Oh,
Yeah.
no. So
Well,
let's say
technically they
2015
came.
and it's 2019. 4 years and she became a champion already. So it's a fast turnover for her, and it's good that she improved that much. And you know,
and the competition ni Jelly, it's no joke.
yes.
Like medyo we're not aware dun sa mga names nung sa Filipina sa women's MMA right now, pero you would look at them, those her opponents are killers. Yeah, yung last opponent niya, although sadly she lost, pero you would see na sobrang back and forth ng laban, and Jelly just wouldn't quit. Yung heart ni Jelly is unquestionable, I think.
And gusto ko rin yung fighting style ni Jelly kasi she's really mixing it up. Unlike sa many Filipino MMA fighters na just concentrating on the stand-up. Pero siya, both on feet and on the ground, malakas siya.
And the way fans react kay Jelly, no?
Yes.
Parang one of the loudest pops na they had nung Colossal was for Jelly.
so yeah, that is true. We have these fights na true MMA enthusiast will enjoy. But you know, if there is a fight in that card na a casual audience would see and say, uy, maganda pala tong MMA, I would say it's the 3 versus 3. Team Philippines versus Team China. Kasi every time there's a 3-on-3 match, it's going to end in a finish, and it's never boring.
Yeah, it's hard to keep track pag 3-on-3 pare.
Yeah, so I'll just run it down. We have Sugar Ray, then we have Brian Paule, then Mark Palomar. Then they're facing Chinese, pure Chinese team, all Chinese.
That's so timely right now.
I think they did that for the main.
If I'm not mistaken, at some point magkalaban sa 3-on-3 sina Sugar Ray and si Brian the Batman Paule.
I think so kasi they are mixing each other's nagmi-mix sila.
Yeah, it just goes to show na alam mo yun, siguro when it comes sa Team Philippines talagang join forces lahat eh.
Oh.
And it's the first time na Philippines fought as a team kasi dati it's
actually,
all Filipino.
I think
they
the
did
last event.
the last
In
event.
Araneta, yeah.
They
Okay.
fought all Korean versus
Korean.
all
Okay,
Filipinos.
sino nanalo nun?
Filipinos.
Philippines.
And it
Okay.
was violent.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very fast and
That's my bad, but again, they went to Korea now, they're going to China. So Raw Fury, check it. It's on Saturday, April 27, 2019, Cove Manila and Okada. So
I think there are a few fights that we could run down pa eh.
yeah, wait. But yeah, while we're looking at the fights that you want to run down, if you want tickets, Pauka Sports. Okay, which fight do you want to run down?
Yeah, we got Adahar fighting there, and you got Iron Montilla, which is personally one of my favorites.
And why is that?
Ernesto Montilla. Kasi he's just like the other day I was thinking na parang siya yung Frankie Edgar ng Philippine MMA. Alam mo, he's just quietly rising. He even took a fight weeks before itong Raw Fury. And even won.
I think he likes being active. Iba talaga pag active yung fighter. And yeah, again, we have John Adahar. He trained in the Fairtex.
Yes.
Yeah, so nakita niya
And you would see
System.
like iba talaga yung effect sa fighter pag nagte-train sa Thailand. If you remember si Khalil Roundtree nung lumaban nung UFC nitong past event nila, he trained sa Thailand and he came back a different beast after being defeated by Johnny Walker. So I think may secret talaga in Thailand din, and Adahar seems to be having fun back there. I'm not sure kung one-time thing to or something.
That's why excited din ako makita yung bagong Adahar. Where nag-train siya sa Thailand, then we all know Thai fighters are really beasts.
And
So maybe nakapag-adjust siya.
napanood niyo ba yung yung goodbye ceremony ni Adahar dun sa
Saan?
Fairtex?
No, I
Hindi
didn't.
pa.
What happened?
They had Adahar against, I think, the cage or against the wall.
Oh.
Tapos they had everyone line up. So may mga babae, may mga
Yes.
guys, and they had to body shot him really hard.
Is it possible na you put it in this part of the video? Even just a clip. I think it's
Yeah, I think we could just
it's legal if it's just a clip.
yeah.
so we could
If not, we're not.
You just show a snippet of it. So
Yeah, it was crazy. And Adahar's really young, pare.
Yes.
How old is John Adahar? 22? 23?
yeah, he's a young champion and he's a
Oh.
very smart fighter. I think
I
I spoke to him and he's one of the fighters na he really picks his fight and he becomes he thinks about a fight before accepting it. Kasi, you know, yung ibang mentality ng fighters, I'll just fight, I'll just keep on fighting. But he thinks of what's this going to do with my legacy, how ready am I for this, and what benefits or what disadvantages it would cost me. So, Adhar, it's always
Yeah,
good to
he's
see him
smart.
fight.
Speaking of training abroad, I just remembered si Hoffman actually trained with Joanna Jędrzejczyk.
Oh yeah. I remember seeing that also.
Yeah, he was training her. So
In ATT?
no pare, parang I think it was a seminar done
Oh.
sa European country or somewhere.
Oh.
And I don't know, he might have picked up some new tricks or something. Si
Alright,
Joanna yun
so is there any other fight na you want to talk about or are we good?
I'm good. How about you guys?
Yeah,
We're good. Now let's go to the final topic of our episode, and that's Fritz Biagtan facing Tenshin Nasukawa. Let's start.
Oh my
Mark,
God.
yeah, what about you, bud?
I think Fritz Biagtan has a chance because he's got skills, man, and I think his reach will make the story of the fight. Kasi magaling siya mag-maintain ng reach, and that's very important sa striking.
Nung una, I thought nung una parang it was some April Fool's thing. I was really excited kasi nung pagtingin ko na pinost siya sa MMA shit, shout out kay Lester Escosura, MMA shit, our favorite MMA meme page. So parang na-down ako ng konti, ay, hindi ba totoo? But then I saw it sa local MMA, care of Mike Saison, and shout out ulit kay Mike. And
Local MMA.
Hindi-
dude, sobrang na-stoke ako. I was stoked na makita si Fritz Biagtan kasi who better to put in there, diba? Na you got this active guy, si Fritz Biagtan, na faces, na he just constantly jumps between
MMA and
MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing. Halos di na yata nagpapahinga si Fritz eh. And I think he would be a good ambassador sa sport, pare.
Yeah, I like Fritz chances in winning. Kasi and I'm doing this objectively, hindi dahil Pinoy siya or anything, but based on the work ethic or how I talk to him eh. Kasi there are some fighters, I will not name them, na you know, if they're going to fight, parang sa mga interview they're so confident, then if it's off the record, you could sense na parang medyo dehado. But Fritz is, hindi nagyayabang si Fritz pero he's like, I know which part I could attack on Tenshin's offense. And also, aside from Fritz, his father is very, very confident. Si
Yeah. Si
Maestro.
Ray.
Maestro Ray. So,
Yeah, everyone loves Maestro Ray back there in the south.
Yeah, so good luck to, I mean, I don't think he wants luck. God bless to Fritz for his upcoming fight in Ryzen. And to all MMA fans, you have a stacked weekend. You have DFL, you have URCC, and if you could really watch our second episode, we're going to talk about PWR because that's also must see live. Iba yung mga kasi let's admit it, yung mga MMA events or mga local pro wrestling events dito, they still don't have the high quality equipment eh. So you have to watch it live to properly appreciate
it.
Yeah. So I'm sure wala kayong gagawin ng weekend na yon. So go watch it. You know, if DFL contact Cyan Promotions, URCC Pauka Sports. And kayo naman, si Lester naman, legit naman. Parang sinasabi nyo, walang legit sa mga pinapost niya.
Hindi kasi nakalagay doon. And
sabi na to, nalungkot nung nakita niya si...
Hindi kasi, alam mo naman.
Saktong April 1 ba?
Yeah. Primarily kasi yung page is for jokes. Pero I do get my news sometimes doon eh. Sorry guys, minsan doon ko unang nakakita yung balita bago sa fight sport.
Ako rin, really.
Yeah.
MMA shit, very active yung...
And we're not gonna name it, pero I think they have, since na-bring up niya rin, para compartmentalize yung MMA memes, they actually also made a page na I think we're gonna plug it some other time kasi right now medyo binibuild up pa lang talaga nila, pero watch out for that.
Yeah, so again guys, thank you so much for listening to the first episode. Follow Mart here, follow Cholo here on their social media handles, me here. So see you soon. Fight Sport Manila.
Yeah.
Fight Sport Manila.
Okay.